Warning: this podcast may contain explicit content. Parental approval advised. Shout out to Bacteria and his Daily Deviate. They do have a new website, dailydeviate.com. That's dailydeviate.com. Also, shout out to our radio podcast owned by Captain Happy. He has a website, deviateradio.com. That's deviateradio.com. And I also have a new domain. It's speedlimit.com, but it's 33 instead of 2 E's. So it'll be like sp33dlimit.com. That's my new website. I don't know why I changed it. It just happened in a day and my old one was expiring. So I just transferred all my stuff into this new domain. So check it out. It's not completely finished, but I published it maybe a couple days ago. So our guest today, he's been playing since the beginning of Classic, and he was my first guest. It's kind of cool how we met and got together playing this game. So yeah, you all know him. Please welcome. He is a rogue from Dynasty Guild, Doomscream.
It says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish. You give him
Word. There we go. I think it's recording.
Check one, two.
Sounds good. I'll turn you up a little bit on my end. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Cool. How's Molten Core?
It was very good. Total payout at the end, 177 gold each.
Oh, not too bad. I think the last time I went there, we got like maybe 70 gold each, 77 gold each. But
yeah,
there was a couple of when they started doing that, a couple of weeks in, I think.
Thing was, Band of Akira dropped and somebody bid 3,000 on.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I went from 1,200 to 3,000. Nobody bid after.
That's crazy. How is it still? Is that still like BIS considering we're in phase 6?
Actually, yes, for Rogue it is BIS. I still have it on my Rogue.
Oh no way!
At least in stuff.
What's another ring that comes close to comparing to that?
I believe there is one in AQ40, but I haven't seen it drop yet.
Damn. Yeah, how's AQ40 by the way with Dynasty?
It's fantastic. We one-shot it almost every time. We had a little difficulty with Oro this last week, but it happened.
For sure. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Granted, we're not a speedrunning guild, but it's nice to see our improvement and progress.
Yeah, us too. I know there's a couple of talks where we want to go in and try to, complete those achievements, but I don't think a lot of people enough in my guild care about those kind of stuff.
Definitely.
Man, it's so weird, man. It's been actually exact same year, same day. I think I'm trying to remember when we talked and because I published it on December 12th of 2019, the first episode.
Oh, nice. I mean, if this interview is over half an hour, then we'll actually reach the 1-year anniversary.
For sure, for sure. It's been a long time since I talked to you, man.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm making noises here. I'm kind of
No
fiddling
worries.
around with my crap. But how long do you have tonight?
I'm free all night actually. I'm just getting boosted on my new Alliance account.
And it's also been a while since I uploaded a episode too.
Who was your
Because
last guest?
oh god, October. It was October. I skipped a whole month in November. It was like October 16th or 26th or something like that.
Who was your guest?
Alien guy, I think is that's how you pronounce it. Alien guy. He's a
Oh,
no
got it.
mage. Yep, he's super fun to talk to. Like he knows a lot about the RP side in our server. He hangs out with a whole bunch of RPers and Horde and Alliance side.
Nice. I've definitely seen him around, especially since making my Alliance account.
Yeah, the same server, right?
Yes.
Cool. How was that like?
I played Alliance from 2006 to 2015 during my first run of WoW, and it's really nostalgic to return.
I know, me too. I played Alliance Night Elf Hunter.
When I first made the account, I was also a Night Elf Hunter. That's cool.
Oh no way!
Yeah. Her name was Crystalero, and I actually, at level 42, when TBC came out, I started playing 3 weeks before TBC, so technically I'm a vanilla player. I death ran all the way through the Outlands at level 42, just trying to get all the flight points.
Oh, that's probably a smart idea.
It was probably not the best way I could have executed the plan.
Mhm.
I probably should have waited till a higher level to get the flight points, but it was a fun adventure. I wanted to see the new content.
Well, at least you had. You said you were level 40 or 14.
42.
42. Well, you had a mount then too. So, right?
True.
I
Yep.
hope you did, right?
Yes, but I believe my mom gave me the gold for it.
Oh no way.
Yeah, she leveled faster than I did and was the third best paladin tank on the server.
How old were you then, if you don't mind me asking?
I was like 12, just a young buck. Now
Well,
I'm still playing
come,
15 years later.
yeah, come to think of it too. Even if you didn't have a mount, I mean, you had aspect of the pack, but that's what, like 20% speed, running
About,
speed.
I think it might be 30.
That's
But
not,
it's
yeah, that's not too bad.
when something's trying to chase you down. But if anything caught you, you'd just die anyway.
Yeah, my hunter was a night elf too, Alliance, Argent Dawn server, and
Nice.
I did like thorough research on it before I created my account because I think it took me at least like an hour and a half to read all the classes and the racial abilities and what they do,
Oh yeah.
and
Go ahead.
and well, I felt like the first time I played this game was like through my cousin. His name is Bert, and he introduced me to the game. So he came over to my house. He's like, "Dude, you gotta buy this game." And he showed me World of Warcraft. It's like, "I'll buy it for you," and then the next day, he brought this installation discs, and then I asked him. I'm like, "Okay." I installed it, and then I was on our character screen, and it's like I asked him what class should I pick, and he's like, "Oh, whatever you want, just read on." And then I looked at the orc, and I fell in love with the orc. I want to be an orc hunter, and he's like, "No, you can't because he's an alliance." So he told me
Yep.
to like create an alliance. So I'm like, "Fuck, I really want to be an orc." It's all about like playing with you, I guess. So I created a Night of Hunter, and the name is Red Winters, and that kind of stuck.
You say Red Winter's nice.
Yeah.
My first well, technically I made two first characters that I didn't get past level 6.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first one was a human warrior named TJ Sparrow,
Mm-hmm.
because I really liked Captain Jack Sparrow at that time.
For sure.
And then my second one was a warlock named Red Winged Dove.
Red Winged Dove.
Yep, for no good reason.
Mm.
But then, well, because she had a red dress, and I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, I never remember my other tunes after Red Winters. I think that just kind of got like stuck with me forever, and it kind of shadowed all the names. I think I remember a couple, but it wasn't like I leveled them up and raided with them or anything like that. I just played my hunter
Nice.
um from vanilla to, well, something happened in between that. Um when I think when they started doing the transfer realm in the middle of, I think that after maybe 6 months or something, I transferred my main, and like I never played with like my friend, because all my friends played World of Warcraft. That's part of the reason why I started playing and still playing, but they don't play anymore. And you know, thinking about it, part of that is that I played with them for sure, that I enjoyed it, but then again, playing this game and here staying in the server, um, finding friends to play with and stuff. So, in my guild, create a bunch of friends in here and so on, made me kind of want to stay and play, play more often. Not too much, but often enough that I can raid and farm and all that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, seeing your friends leave is one of the hardest parts of this game, but I don't blame them for getting out of the habit.
Mm-hmm. What made you stay, man? You one of the few people that are still in here and still playing, still kicking.
I would honestly say my guild is most of the reason I'm staying around, because everybody in my guild is amazing, and my guild leader Zad is really nice and inspiring.
Yeah,
Generally, it's for the community and the friendships that I've formed.
that's awesome. Yeah, I've been wanting to talk to him, but our schedule, it's like it overlaps, because since he like, you guys raid at night, and he has like a messed up schedule or something.
He doesn't get off work till 11 most nights, but sometimes he has days off.
But usually those days are probably end up like he's playing a lot and we're raiding or something like that.
Usually, he's almost a raid logger, but he does a ton of stuff behind the scenes when he's not even online.
I see.
Like, he had to do a lot of the bargaining and peacekeeping during the Silithus scarab farming event.
Oh, no way. Is that
Yep, he
is
was.
is that through, like, how do you go on about doing that? How does he go about doing that?
There was a guild leader Discord where people went to talk and tried to make alliances and generally keep the peace, because, as you might have seen, that entire event was a bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Just people storming in, taking over farming spots, stealing tags. There was a bunch of infighting. It almost made me quit, frankly.
Oh yeah, from from our side or from the alliance side?
Both. There was
Both.
infighting on the Horde. Like, a couple of guilds made a terrible name for themselves that I'm not going to mention here,
Mm-hmm.
but they would steal tags and prevent other people from getting them, and generally just cause trouble trying to scarab lord. And it was all completely unnecessary, but it kind of awoke an animalistic instinct in a lot of people, I guess.
For sure. I wonder if that's what part of the issues that other guilds or old guilds that just broke up, I wonder if that has anything to do with it. I'm pretty sure maybe it happened before, or there's any rage or
Lingering
getting mad
animosity.
that, yeah, that they're getting built up and then finally just kind of collapsed within after that part. And because I don't really remember who which guild that uh broke up after that whole AQ stuff, but I remember a few that broke up like afterwards. I don't know if there's a connection, but I won't be surprised if it does.
Same. And I can't remember, frankly. My cat's literally doing somersaults for my attention.
Your cats, your cat,
I have 3 cats with
three
my
cats.
fiance,
Damn.
and this one's the daughter. There's a mom, a dad, and a daughter,
Hmm.
and she literally does somersaults just trying to be as cute as possible and get attention.
For sure. It's like, oh, you don't talk to that guy, man. Come pet me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But no, she's
I'm allergic to cats, man. Like I'd want a cat, but I'm allergic to them.
that's cute. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that actually.
What?
Cats are very cute, but if you're allergic to them, it's not cute.
I
It's not
understand.
worth it.
Yeah, I understand what you meant.
But yeah, what's kept you around?
Me? Oh shit. Let me think. Well, I've never I've never really enjoyed like a lot of uh games lately. I mean, my friends plays different types of games and stuff. They always like try to get me into playing their game. Um, I had a couple. I went to like a couple of matches once. We played um Fall Guys. I don't know if you know that one.
Yes,
We Yeah,
I want to get it someday.
that's pretty good. Only like for a hype, I think. Well, for me anyway. I think my friend still plays it, but once in a while, and I enjoyed it for maybe like a week or two, even playing with him. It was fun. It was fun for sure. And then
Nice.
yeah, and then a couple of I think we played like some COD Warzone or something like that, and a couple of matches in there, and I mean, being friends with them and playing with them is amazing, but it wasn't anything like World of Warcraft, man. Like, I think the reason why I'm still here because of the way that this game is built. Like, it's a world within a world. It's freaking amazing, and I don't know. It's just it has that um like livelihood to it when you enter the game because you see people around walking around, you wave at them, and they wave at you. Regardless of the faction or and not would be the 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 opposite of that would be like you kill each other. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same opposite. But yeah,
Right.
that's what made me kind of stay. Also, if I don't, I set my schedule on my time to play in certain days, and that's been working out for a while now. Like I hope nothing changes because I have a 1 year old right now, and
Oh wow,
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if he was born and after. I think he was, cause his birthday's on October, so October and then coming December's the first year. So yeah, he was born in October, so he's like 1 years old and 2 months. So yeah. Anyway, I have a 1 year old and a 5 year old, which I want to spend time with them most of the time, but they go to bed pretty early, so I could play at night only
Nice.
certain amount of days. My wife and I kind of agreed upon that, And now they're kind of getting bigger, and they're gonna pretty soon they're gonna sleep later and later, which is gonna be an issue with me because Purge, I think Purge raids at like 8 o'clock server time. But
Oh, that's pretty early.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I can usually just talk to my wife about, oh, maybe I can put them to bed uh at the same time in certain days, and you put them to bed at certain times the same day, and so I can raid at night. And that sometimes that kind of happens, and because of the way that their schedule is kind of messed up too, and that's been
Hmm.
kind of working out too. So and part of that, I'm that's just like a little issue with my scheduling part in terms of what made me stay to keep playing. And the major issue really is I love this game, man. This is my game. I can't. I mean,
Absolutely.
I have a console, PlayStation 4, and I bought some games for that. Though those can wait. World of Warcraft,
Of course,
you can't pause it. You can't. It. I mean, you
even when
can.
you're offline, it's still going.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way to stop whatever you're doing, and 2 months later you continue. That's not how it works. You're like, the farming alone and the content alone, people are gonna be ahead of you and crap like that. So, um, not that that's enough for a player to stay and get distracted for all the things that they or he or she wants to do in the real life situation. But you know, it's just that this is part of the game, and if you acknowledge that and be a part of that, and kind of like not take advantage of your time to play, but being able to control it and have this same amount of playtime, maybe quality wise. Um,
For
so
sure. I definitely agree with that. And I'm honestly, uh, even though it's the worst virus I've seen in my life, coronavirus, and my resulting unemployment has enabled me to play far more than I ever thought possible. And it's enabled me to farm a lot of gold in that time.
hmm. Oh, is this the sword that you bought from that time?
Oh yeah, then since then I've made like 20,000 more gold.
After that, after you bought
Yes,
that, Jesus. So overall, how much do you think you've kind of farmed or uh, gathered? How
I have
much?
farmed over 35,000 gold total
35,000. Jesus, that's
because
crazy.
I've had to buy 3 epic mounts, and my fiance plans she's going to be my wife when TBC comes out, I imagine. But
Hmm.
um, oh, I wasn't engaged when I first interviewed with you, but yeah, I'm engaged now.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I was trying to remember. I'm like, was he engaged then? Yeah,
Yeah, we got
congratulations.
engaged on her birthday
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's amazing.
back in May.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
yeah, she will only play a blood elf mage, so I decided to go horde for her,
Oh shit.
and I have farmed enough so that I can buy her epic flying when she plays.
Yeah, that's awesome. Already planning your future with her. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, I am very looking forward to playing WoW with her.
I mean, like, how'd you do it? How'd you propose?
Um, we had a party with her 3 best friends on a boat in the harbor of Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
with all the city lights around us, the Space Needle, and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We played Cards Against Humanity. There was a cake, there was champagne and wine,
Mm-hmm.
and she didn't know for sure that it was going to happen, but we had a party on a boat. And at one point, I had her close her eyes. We turned out the lights, turned on the candles or whatever it was. I threw thousands of rose petals around everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had her open her eyes, and I proposed to her.
Wow, that's amazing.
Did you know that you can order thousands of rose petals?
No, I didn't. I was just
Yeah,
thinking in my
you can
head.
literally just order boxes of rose petals
Oh wow, because I was just thinking in my head,
from
it's like you've
any
been
color.
plucking those roses. Were you were?
No, that would have been so much work.
Yeah,
But no, for like $30, you can get thousands of rose petals. So if any of you romancers out there are looking for that kind of experience, keep that in mind.
that's crazy. You want to hear how? You want to hear mine?
Yes.
It's not as romantic, but um, okay. So I think I'm trying to remember. So okay, you know, I've been with her since um high school, senior year, and dating her about like 10 years, 12 years, and maybe like 8 years, and people have been kind of asking. It's like, oh, when are you guys gonna get married? Get married? And I was just like, oh, I don't know. Kind of planning on it. And after after we kind of settled and kind of knowing what our financials are, I kind of like said, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But I was thinking of a plan, and so I was
And you
like,
had to buy the ring, right?
yes, yes, and I already asked her. I think a few, maybe 6 months in, what kind of ring she wanted, because I didn't want to just, and what size she had to get. She had to guess like what size, I guess, but but I, as so that I can order it as close to her size, so she just does minimal adjustments when we get it. So I made her pick her ring, and then like a few months later, I bought it, ordered it, and I was looking online on maybe taking her out somewhere, and I just stumbled upon this ad. It wasn't even an ad really. I was just looking through, like maybe like taking her, being a cliche, taking her to Disney or something, right? And I saw it. I'm like, there's Disney and there's Universal Studios, and Universal Studios. There's a couple months in, they were having a Harry Potter anniversary, and maybe like a couple of guests were going to be there and do interviews so people can watch them.
I remember the ads for that actually.
Oh yeah, and uh so I saw it, and since my wife really loves Harry Potter, that's like she grew up on it, and she geeks out every time whenever she watches. And she's probably seen like all the movies, read all the books like multiple times already. I can't even keep up.
Oh yeah.
So finally, I ordered the ticket and stuff, and told her, or I asked her first, "Hey, what do you think of this? We can do like couple months vacation, like a couple of like a week vacations." She agreed to it. She's like, all right. So we went there, and trying to find. We were walking in the park and stuff, riding all the rides, and I had the ring like in my pocket, trying to find the place. And she was like, "Hey, you wanna ride the roller coaster? There's this roller coaster inside the Harry Potter area. This is like red and blue. It's like they're supposed to like represent dragons or something. They're really fast." And we ended up riding on the blue dragon. It was crazy. Whiplash every turn, man. That's like the most craziest ride we've ever had. I was screaming and shit too. I was holding onto my ring on my pocket, make sure the ring doesn't fucking fall off. So
Yep.
after that was done, we were just laughing it out, and we got into like the end of Harry Potter area. I was still looking, and that the kind of I was looking. And I saw like some sort of train. I'm like, oh no shit, that's the train station. And in front of it, people were taking pictures and stuff. So I'm like, that's it. That's where I'm gonna do it. So we got into the line, maybe like just like a couple of lines, just it's not really a line, it's just like a way to for people to, oh hey, I'm here, I'm in the line, so don't budge in and go there to take a picture. So after it's our turn, I told the guy in front, I was like, can you take a picture of us? Yeah. I didn't tell her that I was gonna propose there, right?
Oh,
So, and he was taking the picture, and then suddenly, like I told him to hold on, and I went on my knee and proposed to her, and she said yes, obviously. And then I looked at the camera guy. Camera guy was shaking. He was just like shaking while taking the picture. I think he's trying to just like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on here? He's just taking a picture in picture, in a row, so he doesn't miss anything. And there's this applause everywhere. It was
nice.
kind of crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
For a second there, I thought you were gonna say that you like proposed at the top of the roller coaster or something.
So you've been planning on that then for a while, about your getting married and stuff. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Early into our relationship, she uh, showed interest that she intended to marry me.
How did you feel about that?
I had been single for 5 years, just waiting for the right person to come along, and she was the right person. So I was fully into it.
That's awesome, man.
The day we started dating, we moved in together. Like, we don't beat around the bush, and we believe in jumping in all the way.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. It's so crazy. You used to play, man. I'm glad you do, because I looked at the calendar today. I'm like, what's today's date? It's like 11. It's like, that sounds familiar. I was like, Doomscream. I gotta fucking message him. So I got
Nice.
on, asked you, and this is happening. It's
Well, it's officially the 1 year anniversary of your first podcast.
hell yeah. I'll drink to that. I was already drinking, so
Nice. Cheers, man.
cheers. So
And here's hopefully to
what?
many more years of classic WoW, because I want to go all the way to Wrath. I want everything.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I could talk to more people and all that stuff, and
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we'll talk again. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah. So
I'll be moving into a 2 bedroom place as well at the end of May, it seems. And I'll finally have a place to start like messing with music,
nice. That's huge, man. That's huge. Oh yeah.
because
Speaking of,
I've just never had a space to record music.
for sure. So yeah, the music part. I messaged you about that.
Hmm.
You're still interested, right?
Of course.
Cool. So the stuff that you have, you told me you had like a recording microphone, a recording program.
Yes, I have all the stuff necessary to do a decent recording.
Cool, cool. Yeah, that's perfect then.
We for our singing competitions this year, because of COVID, they have been completely digital, all online.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been a crazy thing to have to adapt to, because that's a huge change
Mm-hmm.
to go from in-person competition to having to record your own videos, do your own editing, and yeah, take care of all the behind-the-scenes stuff by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. I was mentioning about the this whole closing thing. I was talking about like how you it's been a while since I had a guest. Going maybe like a month and a half now, and the reason is that you know there's a couple of things. The third, I think yeah, in when Nax came out, or before even Nax came out, I just lost interest on everything. Unless I was farming, I was getting ready for, you know, making consumes, making some money by consumes, and all that stuff. I think that lasted maybe 2 weeks in, and
Oh
then
no.
yeah, and then I had the COVID. So
Oh no.
yeah, it was shitty part. It was like I felt really shitty because uh, physically, like I couldn't, like I wasn't hospitalized or anything, but there's some aches and pains and stuff that I wish I had taken some sort of drug for. Tylenol helped a little bit, but usually, like after I take Tylenol, I sleep it off and then wake up with pains again. But
Yep.
most of that stuff just kicked my ass for at least a week. And later on, my wife had it, and she had maybe a couple of headaches for a couple of days, and after that, she was fine.
Question. Since I have an autoimmune disease that causes pain all the time,
hmm
what did your pain for COVID feel like? Because there's a chance that I could just get it and not notice.
Mm. Usually, well, for me, it was like back pain. Um, it was like lower back pain.
Congestion.
Congestion for me it wasn't much because I wanted to cough, but I can't cough. But if I feel like I could cough, like, and there's tightness in my chest. Um, in terms of respiratory, I think I could breathe okay. Um, I think it was more of like a dryness cough that it might be there, but it's not. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Did you lose your sense of taste and smell?
Yes, I did. I think
That's
3 days, 2 days in, I
well.
it was like a Wednesday when I start feeling like shit. Not completely like shit, but I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with me?" I can't figure it out. The next second day, I was just like, "Oh, I feel like fucking shit. I don't want to do anything at all. I want to lay down. My chest hurts. I want to cough, but I can't." And then and then Friday, it was kind of the same, but I started to like notice my taste and my smell was just like was fading for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, is this it? Like, do I have COVID? So that was like during noon time, or like it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. Um, from 9 to noon, I was thinking about it, and then finally I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna get tested. So I called a couple of clinics in here. One was open. I had an appointment at 3 o'clock. I went in there at 3 o'clock, and then they just said positive. So I went home and like told my wife, told my work. I was in quarantine for maybe 5 days. Not quarantine, isolated. Quarantine is like 14 days if you're exposed to it. Isolated is you already have it like within a certain amount of days before you got sick or after you got sick. So that isolation started like 10 days. They changed it again, so I don't know if that's important. But anyway,
hmm
so
Well, I'm glad you're okay, man.
oh, I know, me too. So during that time, I was locked in my room. My wife locked me in the room. Not literally, but she just brought in food and stuff like that. But she made sure to stay enough far away, which didn't help. Um, During those time, I farmed and played, and it was awesome for me. But it kind of sucked at the same time. It was like on the third day that I kind of felt okay. I even raided a couple of days, and and yeah, that was pretty good. But then the only thing that kind of affected it was the podcasting. I didn't want to talk to anybody at all. I was still okay, like I was still sick, and I think when I started to wanting to kind of message people that I'm okay, I'm ready for another episode, um, that kind of hit me. And then after that, I kind of lost interest again because I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to do anything, and I think I even have a few people that I haven't messaged yet, so I apologize to those people. Um, so yeah, that's my story right there. There's snacks and there is COVID. So, and also I was working on my website at that time too. So I had three things going on. My new website is almost done, and I just need to put a couple of pictures in it. So yeah, I can't wait to share that for everyone.
I look forward to seeing that. Well, damn. I'm glad that you came out of that okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Me
I
too.
myself, I've been unemployed for 9 months now,
Oh wow, holy shit.
and they removed the extended benefits, which has made things kind of hard. But I've been scraping by. I when they were paying 850 a week for unemployment, I managed to catch up on all my debts and bills.
What's what were you working? Like, I mean, what was the job, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, no worries. I'm an open book. I was a cook for 11 years, and I'm probably going to go right back to a restaurant once COVID's finally over, if it's ever over.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, the kitchen industry is one of the most wrecked industries because of this virus.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I know for a
There's
fact. Yeah.
so many restaurants closing. But yeah, I'm high risk because I have an autoimmune disease and I've already had pneumonia. So I don't really have a choice but to just hunker down at home and hope for the best.
Yeah, that's so crazy. What's that like? What's the most um sickness or injury you've had that you felt maybe just a little bit?
That I felt maybe just a little bit. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Well, because you mentioned like you have autoimmune disease, right? Like you have really high tolerance of pain, right?
Yeah, I'd say it doesn't lessen pain, but it enhances my ability to take pain.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah, I have mine's called fibromyalgia, which a lot of people get that as a diagnosis.
Is it mentally or uh,
No, it's like there's 18 tender spots on my body, and all of my muscles hurt all the time.
oh, I see.
Like I can't poke my elbow without it hurting.
So you already kind of you already have experiences, I mean, as far as, compared to just a normal person, you feel that all the time, right?
Yes.
So in
And
that
it
in
ranges from 4 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 on a daily basis.
That's crazy. So in your case, if you had something already, like muscle pains, which is one of the symptoms for COVID, you wouldn't know because you're already experiencing that.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm sick all the time, so I probably have had multiple diseases that I
Oh,
didn't know about.
okay, that makes sense. That makes sense when you explain that. I
But
thought, yeah.
I actually saw over 80 doctors just trying to figure it out. Like 80 different individually named doctors in different places. I've gone to the hospital and nobody can ever find anything or see anything. It's an invisible disease and there's nothing they can do about it.
Oh wow. Like, well,
Yeah, but
yeah. Have you tried like trying to like eat something different? Like
oh
maybe
yeah.
it's in your diet or something. What have you tried?
I believe that it was onset as a result of my hernia surgery that I had to have
Mm-hmm.
like 3 years ago because like I had that pain of the hernia and then it spread to my whole body and it never went away.
Oh no.
And now I have a synthetic mesh inside me that maybe my body's rejecting, but it's
You can't
not.
you can't get rid of it.
Get rid of it. But sorry, what was the original question? I was trying to branch into that or lead into.
Oh shit. Um, because I was asking you something about the your tolerance of
Oh, what I
pain.
do to treat it and change. Yeah. Uh, Among the doctors that I saw was homeopathic and naturopathic doctors, and they recommended elimination diets and all sorts of stuff. I've
Mm,
tried everything in the book.
I see. Are you still like being tested at all? Like maybe semi-annually or?
No, I basically gave up trying to fix it. It doesn't seem like it'll be a fixable problem.
Oh shit! Sorry about that, man.
But it's okay. I'm at peace with it.
Well,
But yeah,
well,
I wouldn't even push it on my worst enemy.
yeah. Well, they said too. If you have already like experiencing a lot of, if you're used to basically pain and getting sick all the time, here's one of the things that they found about the coronavirus is that when you have those kinds of things, if you have experience with them, especially in long terms, that you might not even show symptoms, or you might not even react to them because your body's already built for that.
Absolutely. My biggest concern and fear for COVID is honestly being a silent carrier. To have the disease and not know it and just keep spreading it around.
Yeah, I know. I think that's more scarier. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Washington, I live in Washington State, and the cases are spiking again.
That's why they said sometimes some of the doctors there that really that was talking about the vaccines, right? They said that it's more it's better to give those vaccines to people that are just going around, not
Yeah,
necessarily the
fair industry.
elderly that are stuck inside nursing homes and stuff like that. Not necessarily those guys, but the people, young, old people that are going around that are still active out there that have essential workers.
Absolutely, and the healthcare industry as well, because they're unfortunately exposed to this plague multiple times a day.
Oh man,
I can't even imagine how stressful a hospital will be right now. But I've tried to avoid anything that would require a hospital visit.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
We've reached an interesting decision point because we went to a timeshare presentation, didn't buy the timeshare, but we were promised a week stay at a hotel for free.
I see.
And that expires mid-January, so we have to use a week stay at a hotel by the end of January,
Mm,
or at least schedule it.
mhm.
And COVID's probably still going to be around by then. When we went to the presentation, COVID wasn't even discovered yet.
Oh man.
So we have to plan a vacation around COVID, and that's going to be really interesting
Mm-hmm.
and probably dangerous.
It is. Yeah, very, very much so.
Like, I'm probably going to be terrified to go to an airport at this point.
Yeah, that's it's cheap right now. There's a lot of plane tickets that you know under the $100, I think.
Yep. And there's a lot of places that will let you in scot free as long as you get a COVID test.
Oh wow. They have one of those like rapid testing or something.
Hmm. Probably one of those rapid testing centers, and we'll need next day results, or else we're just gonna be stuck in a hotel room for 3 days.
Yeah, do you know if there's more rapider than or faster than like 30-20 minutes? Because that's what my test was. I went in there and parked in a parking lot. They tested me in the parking lot, and
They gave you a result right then and there.
yeah.
Nice. Ours took 3 days to get to us.
Oh wow.
Well, we will do more of a part of trying to find that and figure it out, because maybe we were testing at a point when they didn't have more advanced technology for it.
Yeah, for sure. Can you give me like a second? I need another drink.
For sure.
Thank you.
I actually haven't eaten dinner yet.
Hello.
Hello.
So you guys are doing Nax now or what?
Yes. Dynasty is now 4 out of 15 in next. We're taking our time.
Nice, nice.
We are going back in on Monday for more attempts, or for the first attempt at whatever is after Nog. I think it's some sort of gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
And
That's pretty cool, man.
we're going to be doing the Hagen safety dance, and
Hmm.
hopefully we'll get that whole wing down. But we got spider wing down.
That's awesome. What are the plans now for you guys to just go all the way in, farm more consumes, or
The goal is to completely down next. Hopefully we'll get that soon. But we're also reasonable in our expectations.
yeah, us too, man. Like I mentioned, the farming alone. It kind of it. I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of it's boring, but you know that it's benefiting you when you're doing it. It's not just for the money, You make a lot
Absolutely.
of consumes, thousands of gold, just to prepare for this thing for a few attempt. Um,
I went through over 100 consumes in our first 2 days.
oh wow.
Like, we're talking like 20 fire water, a bunch of sharpening stones, a ton of mongoose potions, which is really sad
Mhm.
to just pop a 1 hour potion, then immediately die.
Mhm.
It's a punishing instance for sure,
And
but it's meant to be that way. It's a really fitting end to a game that I've been playing for 15 years.
mhm. And Flask Cup, of course. Since Black Lotus right now are like really expensive, do you just buy them off? Since you.
Um, no, I try to save my money because the best way to make money is saving money.
Mhm.
And so I farm most of my own materials. I go around, I pick the herbs. I picked all the herbs for a flask of Titans for my first night.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I even got lucky and got 2 Black Lotuses.
Nice. That's crazy. My first time seeing two Black Lotus, um, not at the same time, but one Black Lotus I looted was my first Black Lotus in EPL
Mhm.
when I wasn't even expecting one. I was just
Oh,
in.
dude, it's so exciting to randomly see a Black Lotus.
I know the feeling that I had. I'm like, please don't die. Please nobody can gank me. And I was looking around, and I'm like, please don't fail that first herb attempt. And I got it the first time. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was just in for Mage Blood. Consume materials for Mage Blood for the mana for my shaman, and just walking around it, I'm like, what the fuck? Black Lotus went there right away. Yeah, I remember that. It's the thing that you're never gonna forget.
I actually remember my first one. It was the northernmost one under the ziggurats in Eastern Plaguelands.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually saw it before I saw it on my mini map.
Oh wow.
And
Is
that was before they started buffing the spawn rates and spawn locations.
yeah. Is that like a random places, right? Does it have like a few spots that spawns in the same place, or do you know about this?
The spots aren't random, no. They all have their own designated spots, but they pop up randomly every respawn period
And what
in
times are
one of
the
those 30 or so spots.
Oh wow. And one is the oh, it's just random, right?
Yes, random at designated spots.
A designated spot. That's crazy. And there's 30 spots that you can get Black Lotus from.
About, I think. It was increased from like 8 per zone to over 20 at least.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. I just found the rare elite Azuros in Winter Spring.
Oh, is that the one that drops the freaking ring or something? The
I didn't get it.
oh no way.
He might, but all I got was a random green male bracer.
Yeah, those
But
have
you
pretty
know,
low
I'm
chance.
I'm fine with random greens because my disenchanter gets greater eternal essences all the time.
Mm. Yeah, I think he drops the frost resistant cloak or something like that.
Um, there's Princess Tempestria, which drops the uh, frost resistance necklace,
Necklace. Okay.
the BOE, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Selling it on the Alliance for 1,200 gold,
Yeah.
and I considered it for a minute, but I'm just like, probably better things to spend my money on.
Now are you gonna raid in your alliance character anytime soon?
The first one is just for Dynasty to be a head resetter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one's going to be a druid that I would love to raid with, but also I plan to give her epic flight form for Burning Crusade.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
since this is a PvP server, it seems to be the best move to have farmers on both sides. Both sides.
I know that's crazy. I should level one, man. That instant freaking um mount, man. It's not a
Yeah,
mount, but it's a
my
shapeshift.
favorite thing is jumping off cliffs and turning into a bird.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits being a night elf, man. You shadow melt and then fucking go off.
Yep.
So that's one
And you
of the thing
can
that
turn into flight form as a shadow melded elf.
mm,
That's overpowered.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man.
That's exactly why I'm doing it, and having farmers on both Alliance and Horde enables me, if I'm getting camped by somebody, they can't kill their own faction.
Yeah, how much is the mount form or shapeshift form for
I,
that?
I believe it's the same cost, 5,000.
5,000. Just
If
that's
it was
the
cheaper, people would
flight.
probably be making more druid.
Mm.
But the difference is you can get flight form at level 68.
Mm. That's crazy. So that's 5,000 for a flying mount, right? You gotta remember that.
I believe it's for the training. Yeah, the mounts are the cheap part in TBC. They flip the script essentially.
Mm. Cause yeah, I'm gonna farm until I have that amount of money, and then hopefully Burning Crusade soon. Cause you remember how much or how far they patched it or they updated on a new patch um, after Nax came out. Do you remember that at all?
I don't actually. When I played back in the original days, I was never level appropriate for any raids, and I was never really a raider. I just kind of played for fun and raised a lot of alt. I have like 50 characters over level 10 on retail. And that was before I quit at the beginning of Warlords of Draenor. Warlords is where they lost me. I really liked Miss the Pandaria though.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, my favorite by far was Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, I think.
And I really hope they do Wrath Classic.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that thinking about those expansions when Burning Crusade came out, it was really fucking exciting, man. But I didn't realize how excited I was until I think during Wrath, after Wrath, maybe like in realizing that I think it happened when they changed the talent trees after Wrath. It was like a pre-patch for Cataclysm, and during that time I'm like, no, I didn't. It's like I didn't like that idea at all, and then it kind of triggered me into thinking. It's like fuck, all those other expansions that came out, well, Wrath and the Burning Crusade came out. I was like, those were amazing, and then now they're coming up with Cataclysm, which they I don't know if they messed up the talent. It's just that the talent system, it wasn't for me. Like, it's not for me. That
The one with like the 3 different skills we can choose from and a
yeah,
weird flow chart. Yeah,
yes,
that's where they lost me too.
yeah.
I did not like that. I really like the talent trees as they are now, and that's one of the big, like honestly, one of the biggest draws that took me back to Classic.
I know, man. Despite the imbalances, like, that's why there's PvE and PvP. If you people already or people focuses on PvP and complain, and they change it, and it's gonna affect people that were just in it for rating. Vice
Hmm.
versa too.
And those imbalances are kind of what makes Classic Classic.
Oh yeah, there's always imbalances, man. That's what it's supposed to be. So that there's no one person who is more powerful than the rest of them. I think it kind of goes into like a if a rogue. I'm not saying that this is true, but if a rogue can't beat a mage, but a warrior can, or a hunter can, but a hunter can't beat a rogue. That whole circle.
It's a rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
but
And
that's frankly okay.
yeah, that made the game, man. And not even thinking about that part, and that's a really good point. But this just the system that you have for talent trees, and the research that you need to do, and a certain amount of certain talents doesn't work with other talents. That works in retail too, but instead of looking at 6 different lines that you choose from, you're looking at how much freaking lines do you need here. There's 3 different things, and all of them are like 7 lines, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, but you have 3 different things to choose from, and
Yep,
one might not, you know, one might be the one for the other 2 talents, for combinations.
absolutely. I'm honestly amazed at also how differently I play WoW now.
Oh yeah.
Because like back in the day when I was a kid, like I didn't have a single add-on.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to download add-ons.
Mhm.
Didn't really care enough to do so, and I had no idea what my damage was. I wasn't ever in a raid group, so I had no reason to care how much damage I was doing.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that first character, the hunter I made, she was my main for a long time, and like I was such a noob. Like I'm pretty sure I spec'd into Beast Mastery just to make my raptor big,
Nice.
and I used Eyes of the Beast all the time because it was fun.
Yeah.
I
The,
had no idea what I was doing, but now my focus is much more tight.
I rated when I was in my hunter. We got through BWL, AQ just a little bit, and that's when I stopped playing after a few months of AQ. Maybe I got into like the third boss or something, but after that I quit. But anyway, um, what was I saying? Something about
You were talking about how you played back then,
yes,
getting
yes.
into
Sorry,
AQ.
sorry. So, so when you mentioned, getting a hunter and having your pet and just seeing them getting big, right?
Yep.
For me, I mean, I was raiding and stuff like that, but then I think it came into one of those AQ20 that I was in, and we are doing GDKP, not GDKP, DKP system, and I had like the most points, right? My hunter, and I think we're on the bug, and AQ20, the in the bottom with the sewers. What's his name?
The in the sewers, you said?
Yeah, in the sewer thing. When you jump
In
from the sewer into the lake. Yeah, AQ20.
Oh, AQ20.
Yeah,
I
what the
don't
hell's
remember.
his name?
I haven't done AQ20 enough to know.
Ray Jax? No, not Ray Jax.
Is it the one with the
Buru. It's
eggs?
Buru. Yeah,
I think that's the one with the eggs.
yeah, the X. Yep, Buru the Gorger. Yep. So anyway, we were on that boss and we killed it. And the epic sword dropped, the Ankuraji,
Oh,
the
nice.
yeah, it dropped, and then there's like a paladin there that wanted it and that needed it, but I'm like, I have the most point, so I'm gonna bid on it, and I want it. And then, uh, can you still hear me?
You just dropped by 80%.
Check, check, check.
Nope, still quiet.
Hold on, 1 second. Hello, there we go. Oh shit, my volume knob like got turned from my cord because I'm swinging my chair back like side to side. Sorry about
Yep, I
that.
do that.
But anyway, what was I talking about?
You're talking about outbidding the paladin on the
Oh
Ankaraj.
yeah, Anchorage, yeah. So, so I won it, and
DKP in AQ20.
what's that?
Who does DKP in AQ20?
Yeah, yeah, we did that. Yep, that was crazy, and you know, after winning that, he was complaining. He was like, hunters can't even fucking use that shit, and I'm just like, I'm survival. It has strength in it, and most of the time, paladins and warriors are um, benefits more than that. Despite that, rats aren't really meant for raiding, they say. Um, but versus a hunter that can't use strength at all, might as well give it to a paladin. And
No.
this was before I did give a shit, but before then I was just like, I just want an epic, like because I didn't know anything, I was a
Mhm.
noob, Same thing what you were talking about. It has kind of the same element, but I was already raiding that time too, so I should have known better.
Are you talking about the Blade of Eternal Justice?
No, it's the Ankuraji, the fucking Manslayer of Kuraji.
I'm not seeing it. Can you link?
Hold on.
Off of Buru the Gorger, right?
Yeah, Buru the Gorger. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
No way. Was it him or is it Mom? Oh, it's the second boss, the General Rajax.
Oh, you were right the first time. Manslayer of the Kara. Oh, that's cool looking.
Yeah, Manslayer of Kuraji.
And 35 strength. Oh, yeah, that's kind of rude. But no, man.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you've got it.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like thinking about it now, I was just like, "Fuck, I was an idiot." I was just like, that could have been like gone into. This was then when I cared more about the loot and shit. It kind of total. I think that the difference is that I'm enjoying right now is because and I do care about the loot, but I just want to clear shit. I just want to kill shit. Or heal shit in my case.
I kind of regret my class choices by now,
Oh
honestly.
no, no way. Well, as Doomscream.
Yes, I love Doomscream, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I have a 60 priest, a 60 mage, and a 60 rogue. None of them can wear over leather. None of them can equip two-handed swords.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm missing out on some of the coolest weapons and armor in the game because my class can't wear it.
I know. Yeah.
I almost want to raise a warrior just so I can have all the armor and all the weapons in TBC, but it's probably not even worth it, especially since warriors become a lower tier character in TBC.
Yeah, I heard about that. Are you planning to level a paladin for?
It will be.
like
Oh
Horde
yes,
Paladin.
there you go. Thank you. You restored my hope. I forgot about that. I will be leveling a paladin for sure.
But
Maybe
but they
two.
can't use bows and range and stuff.
That's fine. I just want to be able to wear plate and wield two-handed weapons
Hell yeah.
because that's something that I've been sorely missing is Doomscream.
If they add something like change your class or something, would you do it?
I don't think they could ever do that. Is there a
Hypothetically,
class
would you?
change option?
I think
Yes.
so. No, wait. I don't think. No, I don't think so.
No, there's no class changes. There's race and
Shit.
faction changes though. One time
You're right.
in
Yep.
Cataclysm, I raised a Goblin Warrior all the way to 90, and then I faction chained him to a Draenei female because I like the model of Draenei females.
Yeah, I had a Draenei female too.
I
My
might
first
even
shaman.
make one when they come out.
My first shaman, dude. When that TBC came out, I had to have a shaman because they're so unique. And
Yeah, it was super cool. I also made a shaman.
yeah, that's why I fell in love with shamans, man. That was my first character. It's for classic because when I had shamans, I'm like, oh fuck, dude, they're so awesome. I don't know.
What was your first character on Classic? Wasn't it? It wasn't Speed Limit, right?
Oh, it's not Speed Limit. No, everybody calls me Green Hell. Maybe I should change.
Oh, you're Green Hell? No way.
Yeah, I am.
I forget that on like a daily basis.
For sure. But yeah, I don't know why I chose Speed Limit. It just kind of got stuck because that was like my rap name and shit. They
Nice.
named me. Well, I named myself Speed Limit because I was passing a speed limit. I'm like, what if I said that like, oh, speed limit? I'm like, oh yeah, that works. So that kind of I chose that. So
Second.
yeah. So speaking about music stuff. So I messaged you about that song that we're gonna do.
Was it My Way?
Yes, My Way. Or do you prefer something else? Because I have not really started on a recording. I'm just kind of getting the vibe of getting used to the chords, and
Definitely. I do a very strong performance of it. It's generally disliked in the music world because it's a little kind of self-appreciating and arrogant in ways, but like that's not really the intent it's supposed to have. So yeah, I'm down to do it. Are you? You said you're going to be composing it yourself?
Yes. The same tuning and all that stuff. I might just send. What's that? Go ahead. What?
Are you going to have horns or just guitar?
I think just guitars. I wanted to make some sort of acoustic feel to it.
Okay, because there's belting parts for the vocals. And so I am not sure that would mesh with an acoustic guitar necessarily, but I could probably make it work. And I trust your artistic judgment to come up with something.
Oh, thank you. Also, I could like record it. This is my idea, right? So I record the piece first, the music part, with a metronome, or I could just tell you the BPM on it, and you can create your own metronome.
I'm really good at going by ear.
Cool. So I can play the whole music and let you know where the cue time. Well, like you can, if I do play it like the music, you would know when to sing then. So I could record just the guitar part, so you can hear it, what it's like. But I'm gonna base that on the plan that I have in terms of finishing up the music. You want me to? Do you want me to just finish everything up, clean it, and maybe, excuse me, maybe figure out like the levels and stuff like that, like completely ready as I would publish it, so that
Sure.
you get the full amount of idea, and you will hear everything before you kind of plan your uh, vocal execution.
Definitely. And I use a program called Audacity where you can keep the vocal track and the instrumental track separate.
Yes, I have. I use Cubase, but yes, I can do that, and I will.
For recording it myself, I can also keep those separate.
Yes, I'm
Cool.
planning to do that, and I usually would export them as a, wave files, or probably MP3, since I can send you MP3s through Discord without worrying about like the minimum size or something. But you'd be able to grab those individual files and align them exactly on the first line, and they should just perfectly match.
Perfect.
Or I could, if I don't want to send you like um, multiple portions of like the guitars and stuff like that, I could just mix them in one, so that you
I
have
can
one
work with
track.
multiple different tracks as well.
Okay.
Either way, whatever is best and easiest for you.
And if you record that with your vocals, if you did the same thing, like, separate tracks with your vocals and that music, you could just send me the vocals, and then I can kind of play it by ear by maybe using one of my pre mastered settings or something.
Okay.
So
Cool.
so yeah, yeah, that's gonna happen pretty soon, and I'm still working on my website, so there's a few things that's gonna be in there. So
Excellent. I look forward to it.
for sure. Um, so yeah, man. Is there anything else that we haven't? Is there anything else that you want to talk about, or anything like that? Because it's already like, I don't know how long. What's our conversation last time? I don't remember. I think it was like 1 hour and 30 minutes, right?
Yep,
Maybe.
we've been going for slightly over an hour.
Hmm.
I'm fairly hungry and I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's almost 10 o'clock. So I
Right
should
on.
probably get on that. But I definitely enjoyed our conversations, and it was a nice trip to go back and relive some of the nostalgia of my old days.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. It's like I wasn't. I'm glad that you're still here, man. It's like, yeah,
Hell yeah,
it's
me too.
yeah, and I'll just see you. I'll just wave at you and see you around. Maybe chat some other time, and just kind
Hell
of,
yeah.
yeah. I'm kind of enjoying a lot of this kind of stuff. So looking forward to talking
You
again.
should come to some of the Purge BWL TDKP runs.
Yeah, I've been into a couple at one BWL, but I don't know if I can make it tomorrow. It's supposed to be me and the missus are hanging out, so one of those days that I kind of, like I said before, we had came into terms into when to play, when not to play, and all that crap. But sometimes she'll let me, just, oh, you can play. So hopefully it's one of those nights.
Excellent. Well, I gotta say, the whole reason I'm still here is thanks to my awesome guild Dynasty. They've become like a family to me, and they've been a real nice addition into my life.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Zad. Shout out to Dynasty.
Chef,
All right.
thank you very much for having me on your show, man. It was good to talk to you again.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I've missed you, dude. So it's one of those things that's like And I appreciate you coming by and stopping by here and talking again.
I'm always around, man. I basically spend 70 hours a week on this game now.
Nice. All right, man. You have a good night.
Good night.
So, Doom and I were supposed to have a song for you guys, but we can't record it until after holiday. So I just sat here and played one of my favorite song of all time, Doomscream. This one's for you, dude. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I live the life that's full, I travel each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and so it's true, without exemption. I planned each started course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. There was times, I'm sure you knew, when I beat up more than I could chew. But through it all, when I was down, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall. I did it my way. I've loved, I laughed and cried, I had my fill, my share of losing. Now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way, and more, no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he is not. Say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blow,